My injuries were a broken foot, left foot, bruises all over.
Beaten, bruised, and broken bones. This Chesterfield woman is finally starting to heal.
My arm here, in fact, this is the black and blue went away mostly.
But it's the wounds you can't see that the 74-year-old who's asked us not to identify her says may never go away.
I trust no one.
Engine 23, person down at Rosie's Gaming Emporium.
Around noon December 30th, the retired grandmother,
she got attacked right there in the front.
never made it into Rosie's Gaming Emporium in Richmond.
So this is the front of Rosie's building right here. My mom parked right there in that first stall as it was pretty busy. As she was walking down this area here, I believe that this person was casing her and following, but she cut over. She cut over quickly to the handicap area.
And the sky was like starting to back in to the handicap thing. He rolled down, he says, "Can you help me park my car?" And I go, "Sir, that's not a parking space." He said, "That's okay, I'm just running in for a minute." I said, "Okay." So he says, "Just go behind me and guide me." So I went behind him, not thinking anything of it. Well, he opened his door. What I thought, my first thought was, he's checking to see how close he was to the other car, which he was. He came out of there and just came at me, grabbed my purse, strap. Before you know it, I was down on the ground and something snapped, which was my purse, and he ran off, got in his car and sped off.
He, police say, is Ishan Davis, a convicted murderer who served time for his role in the beating death of a 17-year-old. Davis was arrested January 13th for the Rosie's robbery and assault.
I had chills all through my body, and I thank God he didn't kill me. I was screaming my lungs out. Surely somebody had to hear me. Have some guards outside, not just inside. They have no valet parking, because if they did, I would valet park. You know, they need more. They have enough inside, but outside they have nothing.
Rosie's has this 24-hour security station set up in its parking lot, but the times we've been here, it's not been occupied.
There's just zero security in the parking area, and that's not acceptable based on the amount of incidents and problems they've had.
Under the Freedom of Information Act, CBS 6 learned the December 30th robbery was the 688th time police had been called to the property since Rosie's opened July 1st, 2019. That's a 137% increase from the 247 police calls in the 3 years prior to the Gaming Emporium opening from July 2016 to July 2019. However, the property was vacant at that time, and half those calls were prisoner transports.
And then this is when they opened.
We shared the data with Richmond City Councilman Mike Jones, who represents that area.
The truth is this: crime went down in this area before Rosie's got there. We had a focused mission team with RPD, Captain Mike Snodder. They did an excellent job suppressing crime in that area. Once the protests hit, we lost our focused mission team and we saw crime continually creep back up because a lot of those elements are there in the motels.
Since opening, crashes and disorderly calls topped the list. Crashes went from 0 to 104. Disorderly calls are up by 100. Larceny calls went up by 50. Robberies increased from 0 to 3. Police have responded to 21 more suspicious situations and 17 more person-down calls, but haven't been called out as much for wanted and loud music calls. And prisoner transports have nearly been eliminated.
Crime has always been there in that part of South Richmond, and so to say it's all Rosie's isn't necessarily true. I think the reality is this: what happened to this lady was a tragedy. Man, that person, man, I hope they get good time, because no one should attack seniors.
This assault victim agrees, but says prevention has to start here.
Have some men out there, have a vehicle go around through the parking lot, and they would catch something like this. But that's what I think Rosie should do. That's what I want. My bruises, I'll heal. I know I'm going to heal, but mentally it's going to be a while.
We reach out to Rosie's. A spokesperson said in part, quote, "The safety and security of our guests and our team members is a top priority. Surveillance, safety checks, and a heightened security posture related to suspicious activity are part of that commitment." Regarding the unfortunate incident in question, Rosie's maintains an open and collaborative relationship with local law enforcement in their ongoing investigation and prosecution. We are fully committed to our partnership with law enforcement and the responsibility we feel to enhance the Midlothian corridor and work together to deter and prevent crime. More on RPD's efforts on WTVR.com. In studio, Laura French, CBS 6 News.